Reporting live from Hypers Club in Atlanta for Hype Plus News, I'm John Abba. There was a time when comparing a Spike Lee film to a Tyler Perry movie seemed unimaginable. However, after the release of Lee's newest project, Highest to Lowest, starring Denzel Washington out of all people, it appears that that very thing is now happening.
What the was that?
I'm a Denzel fan, like Stan, like that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
On September 5th, Highest to Lowest, directed by Lee, would be released on Apple Plus, with a respected cast along with some newcomers to acting like rappers A$AP Rocky and Ice Spice. The movie, which is a remake of Japanese film High and Low, tells the story of David King, played by Denzel, a music producer and mogul whose record label is struggling. Though he founded the label, King would sell shares of it, only to later regret the move after the label's new partners would make decisions King doesn't agree with, like using AI-produced music. Spike Lee, who for years was known for his classics like Malcolm X, Mo Better Blues, Jungle Fever, and He Got Game, would position himself as one of the greats in black cinema, as he wouldn't hold his tongue during the early success of Tyler Perry.
A lot of stuff that's on today is coonery and buffoonery. And I know it's making a lot of money, breaking records, but we could do better. We got a black president. You know, are we going back to Mantan Moreland and sleep and eat?
Now, during an infamous discussion about Perry's movies back in the day, Lee is quoted with saying, "Each artist should be allowed to pursue their artistic endeavors, but I still think there's a lot of stuff out today that is coonery, buffoonery." Now, this statement would take place over 10 years ago, but it would create a divide in what path should black cinema take. Fast forward to today, people have now taken to social media to share their dissatisfaction to Lee's new project, with some even calling it a Tyler Perry film. Most of the criticism seemed to be centered around the writing and the production quality. Over on X, a fan would write, "Highest to Lowest is a Tyler Perry film and a Spike Lee joint trench coat, and it deadass pissed me off. Can't believe how trash that new Spike Lee Denzel movie is, felt more like a Tyler Perry film." And another would write, "That Spike Lee movie looked Tyler Perry quality. Please don't let our legends go out like that. Just don't make movies anymore if you're just gonna put out bullshit." Now, over on TikTok, fans would continue criticizing Lee's newest project.
Highest to Lowest was so bad I had to stop watching. I've never not watched a Spike Lee movie to completion. That was really bad. That was horrible. What do we do to deserve this? What is going on? Denzel, is that you? Y'all, that's never happened before. How could so many things have gone so terribly wrong in such a short amount of time? I think we barely made it through like 25 minutes. We were flabbergasted. Of course, I come to TikTok and I'm like, have we gone crazy? And I say, I'm like, okay, great. We're not crazy, because like normally sacrilege, not finishing a Spike Lee movie. Spike, what is going on?
To give an example of the writing in Highest to Lowest, at one point, Denzel Washington's character, his wife, asked him a yes or no question. And instead of saying yes, Denzel's character goes, "Is James Brown? Is Barry White? Is Al Green? Can Aretha Franklin?" I have no words to match those.
Bro, I just watched Highest to Lowest on Apple TV. I'm a Denzel fan, like Stan, like that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, the score of the movie, the music, they were playing like Irish jig, jazz music, and it was like an intense scene. The music didn't make sense at all.
I will watch any and everything Denzel was in because that's how much I love Denzel, right? But Spike Lee, what the was that? What was that? I did not enjoy it until the last 10 minutes because I knew it was about to be over. What? I could see the way the shots were done, like, you know, the details. I understood that was a Spike Lee movie, but the quality, the way it was so fucking boring. That wasn't no Spike Lee movie. It gave low budget. That should have went straight to fucking Tubi.
Now, one user would even take out time to point out several things that made this movie bad, including the script being written by a white newcomer named Alan Fox, who up to this point never had a screenplay produced.
As a former TV executive turned screenwriter and script consultant, let's break down why. First of all, let's start with the facts. This is a film written by newcomer Alan Fox, and it is a remake of High and Low, the 1963 film. Number one, an underdeveloped script. There's a lot of show don't tell. The dialogue is on the nose and didactic. There are corny moments like mayhem and A24 on the door. There are plot holes, flat characters, and a reference to a light-skinned Zendaya as if Zendaya isn't already light-skinned.
From the looks of the backstory of how this project came to be, some now even see this as a money grab for Lee, given that the project again was written by someone who had never had a film produced but who clearly had the right connections. Over on Instagram, Lee would interestingly write a caption with a post to promote the film saying all money ain't good money. Now that caption would encourage one user to respond, and unfortunately all joints ain't good joints, which takes a direct swipe at Lee labeling his films a Spike Lee joint. As far as Lee and Perry's past beef, things in recent years have appeared to be better. Back in 2019, Perry would open his 300-acre studio lot and would name one of his stages after Lee, in which Lee would show up for the studio's grand opening. So let's talk about it more in the comments below. If you saw the film, what could have made it better? And now that Lee is facing his own criticism, does this mean that he no longer can criticize people like Tyler Perry? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Plus, save the day for the latest news in comedy, culture, and sports by subscribing here to our YouTube channel. And if you enjoy content like this, you can always head over to hypersclub.com to watch full interviews and more original content. And if you have a story you think we should cover, send us a message now at hypealerts.com. Reporting live from Hypers Club in Atlanta for Hype Plus News, I'm John Abba.